Hello, this is CJ Baker. This is my first time doing YouTube live. So we haven't done this before, but I figured what I'm gonna do is a live tier list. If this goes well, maybe we'll do a live tier list every Tuesday. So we'll share the screen. There we go. Create a huge, there we go. We'll share. It's my first doing this, so oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Go back on here. Yeah, it looks like with the way I'm doing this, I might not be able to see the chat, so I might not be able to respond to comments, at least not right away. But yeah, there's a total of over 800 orders, so this is a massive tier list. I've done other massive tier lists before, but this is by far the biggest. I think the biggest one I've done prior is about 270. So apparently the person who created this is from Sweden, and there's going to be a lot of Swedish artists. So it's possible there's a few artists I might not know. But yeah, we'll get right into it with Amit Amoff, which I know I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. And I'm only slightly familiar. I'm not really into death metal, but what I heard by them, I don't hate. So I think I'm familiar enough that I can at least rank them. So I'll probably put them in the C tier. There we go. Then the next artist, Audio Slave. I like Audio Slave. I actually seen them live. I love Chris Cornell. Like I enjoy a lot of his solo stuff. Huge Soundgarden fan. I love the Temple of the Dog album. But I like Audio Slave. I'm also a huge Rage Against the Machine fan, but I do prefer the Rage Against the Machine members as Rage Against the Machine with Zach DeRoca. And I enjoy the more political protest-oriented material. But Audio Slave is still a solid band, and they have some solid tune. Cochise is a kick-ass tune. We'll put this in the A tier. Then we got Apex Twin, who I don't mind. I've only listened to some of their stuff and a couple of their albums. It's good if you're into like the ambient stuff, but I have to be kind of in the mood for it. So I'll probably put that in the C tier as well. We got Anthrax, one of the big full thrash metal bands. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff I like. I love their cover of Bring the Noise with Public Enemy. And I actually recently did a Public Enemy deep dive on the Joe Opinionated YouTube channel. And I did my own video on Public Enemy protest songs, and I did an article on my website, my first shameless plug, ongoing history of protestsongs.com. But yeah, I like Anthrax. I'll probably put them in the B tier. So let's see what's next here. So 21 Savage. I don't know 21 Savage. I'm not super familiar, but he has had some songs. Like there was I tried to the name of it, but in 2017 he had an album that had some protest songs on it that I know I spotlighted on my website. Uh, so I kind of like what I've heard. Probably put it in the B tier. Then we got 24K Golden. Kind of recognize the name. but I'm not really familiar enough to rank it. So yeah, we'll probably put it in the don't know category. See what we got next here. Some 2 Chainz. Um, but I've heard of 2 Chainz. It's fine. Don't have a big issue. Not necessarily a huge fan. Put it in the C tier. Tupac, yeah, I really like Tupac. I think there's a reason why he's considered a GOAT rapper. And I don't know if he's one of my personal GOATs, but I do enjoy a lot of his music. He also has a lot of socially conscious songs. Like on my website, I feature like Brenda Had a Baby and Keep Your Head Up. It's probably between an A or an S. I mean, if you do it completely objectively, obviously S tier because he is considered one of the all-time GOATs. Yeah, I'll put him in S tier. So let's see what we got next here. Three Doors Down. Yeah, not a fan. When Kryptonite first came out, I didn't hate it. Some of the power ballads are really terrible. I'll probably put in the E tier just because they're all worst bands, but it's not good. And we got 10cc. I'm not in love. Don't you forget it. Yeah, it's kind of like smalty soft rock. Not really into that. Don't you forget it. I don't know if they're quite F minus because the bands I hate more. Put it in the F tier. 50 Cent. Not necessarily a huge fan. In the clubs, kind of a banger. Otherwise, I just kind of, I don't know if I particularly like him. But they're all worse artists. I'll put him in the D tier. We got some, what's that here? 6ix9ine. I'm not really into what I've heard by him. I don't know if I'm familiar enough to go super low, but it's not really my thing. But we'll put it in the D tier. Then we got Black. I'm only vaguely familiar, so I'll probably not fair to rate him. So we'll probably put in the don't know. I also am a Gen X, so relatively young Gen Xer. But I have a feeling that this might have been put together by someone who's Gen Z. I could be wrong, um, but I think it might be a list put together by someone who's younger. A boogie with the hoodie. I only recognize the name. Once again, I'm old. What if there's an easier way to navigate this? Okay, there we go. Tribe Called Quest. I love Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, absolutely. Love Q-Tip. Scenario is one of the best all-time posse tracks. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? And then Busta Rhyme, one of the best features ever. So yeah, we'll give it a S plus. Okay. Aha. And I think it's from the Norway, and apparently the guy who made this is from Sweden. So they're probably bigger in Norway. But to me, I always think of them as a one-hit wonder. The only song I know is Take On Me. But Take On Me is a bagel. But I don't know how high I can go with just one hit. Take on me, put you in the B tier. Okay. ASAP Ferg. I mean, from what I've heard, it's so Okay, put in a C tier. Probably do a save face that Rocky. Yeah, and off chance that anyone from Sweden is watching this, I apologize. I absolutely hate ABBA. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Going up -2. Okay, we got some AC/DC. Yeah, I really like AC/DC. Have a lot of songs I like. Obviously, a lot of songs do start sounding like after a while. They keep putting out the same album, but they do have a lot of kick-ass bangers. Fondo, do 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 do. You should be all night long. Put you in the A tier. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, we got next. Adam Levine. I hate Adam Levine. I also hate Maroon 5. Um, kind of weird because unless they have Maroon 5 separately, but I don't think Adam Levine has a whole lot of solo stuff. But either way, put you in the F minus. Addison Way, not be familiar enough with her to Way. So we'll do I don't know. Okay. See who's next here. Oh, did I lose the tab? Oh, here we go. So we're getting used to this here. Okay, we got Adele. I don't mind Adele. I've listened to 3 to 4 albums because right now I'm listening to an album a day that appears in the book 1001 albums you must hear before you die. And so actually not three, I only listened to two of them, so I think three of them appear in the book. But I listened to both 21 and 25. A couple of my favorite songs actually appear on 19, but I haven't really listened to 19. Maybe I just should go ahead and just listen to it because eventually I'm going to be listening to 30 because like that appears in the book. But yeah, Hometown Glory is my favorite song by her. She also has some songs I'm not a big fan of, but I think I like enough. I'll put her on the beat here. I do really strongly dislike a cover of the Cure Love Song. Aerosmith. I don't mind Aerosmith. They have some songs I like. They have songs I hate too. Like I hate. I don't want to miss a thing. Um, but I'll put them in the B tier. Do like Rock This Way, and I love the cover with Run DMC and how they collaborated there. Afro Man, who's mostly known as the one hit wonder because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. But then recently there was a whole trial, which I've been featuring a bit on my website, and he released a new album recently called Freedom of Speech that has songs about the trial. And 11 Pound Cake, which he released. What year was that? Was it 2020? Forget what year. 11 Pound Cake, which features 11 Pound Cake, has a few songs about the trial, which are kind of fun. Um, I'll put him in the B tier and give him props for his free speech victory. Then we got here Afrojack, not really familiar. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put Jack. India, I don't know. Here we got Akon, who I don't know. Not really a big Akon fan. Yeah, put it in the D tier. Here we got Alabama. This is really good, diverse. We got some country music. Not super hardcore country fan. I'm not really overly familiar with Alabama, so I don't want to slag them too much. And obviously, they're an important country group and the good vocalist. It's just not really my thing, so I'll put it in the C tier. Uh, Howard Rocco, not really familiar with. Okay. So I don't know. And we got Alba. Is that Alba back? Not familiar. Okay. No, I don't want to do all of them up. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Oh, okay, there we go. That's back. Okay. Move that up here. I don't know. And we got some Alice Cooper. We I like Alice Cooper. Has some bangers. Schools out for summer. Yeah, probably the A tier. See what we got next. Alice in Chains. Yeah, I do really like Alice in Chains. That's probably my favorite album by them. I do like Jaws of Flies too. I mean, even the debut was really good. My a lot of stuff was good. Um, yeah, Late Staley, rest in peace. Probably put it in the S tier. Lisa Keys. I don't mind Lisa Keys. She has some songs I like. She also seems to have a really cool vibe about her, which I dig. So she seems to be, for someone who's famous, fairly down to earth. Probably put her in the B tier. Alphaville. I only know the one song. So to me, they're a bit of a one-hit wonder, but who knows? Maybe in Sweden they had more hits. Forever young, I wanna be forever young, which is a big, or I don't know if I can go higher than B based on one song. Be forever young. Then what we got here? The Miri, not really familiar. Oops. Oh, come on. We gotta put that in the I don't know. Should actually try to do this here. Make a difference. Here we go. So like I said, if everybody is watching, I can't view the comments right now, but maybe afterwards I'll review them if anyone's still here. But yeah, you can definitely let me know in the comments what you think so far about the rankings. So we got some Amy Winehouse, who I like Amy Winehouse. member of the 27 Club. Song like we have, I find hard to listen to when you know what happened to her. But I do kind of like the throwback vibe. Um, and I do like a lot of her songs. Do like a couple of like Valerie. Like that's a big one. So we'll put in the H here. Then we got some Andrew Gledmark, who I'm not familiar with. Here we go. See what we got next here. Anderson Paak. I like a lot of his stuff. Um, he also obviously had that project Silk Sonic by Bruno Mars. So I don't mind. I kind of like the throwback vibe of it. But yeah, Anderson Paak, he's pretty talented. Um, I don't know, probably be similar to Anthrax, I think, even though obviously musically they're not. Um, Andre 3000. This is well, because he didn't have the solo stuff, and he had because I mostly saw him with Outcast. But I know he had like the flute album and stuff, which I did listen, and it's fine for what it is. Probably the best flute album ever released by a rapper, and he's a good flutist. So, and the titles were wild. He had some crazy titles on it. Uh, and I do respect him as an artist, but I think Outcast has to be ranked separately. So I think I'm kind of ranking him for his other projects, but I'll put him in the B tier. Andy Williams, kind of easy listening, kind of schmaltzy, not really my thing. Assuming it's the same Andy Williams. Um, yeah, it's not like that. I was putting the D tier. And we got animals as leaders. Not really familiar. And once again, like I mentioned, I am old. So put that in the don't know. And we got some Animal Collective. I do like a lot of Animal Collective. I'll put them in the A tier. Then we got, yeah, I don't recognize. That'll be a I don't know. And I don't want to butcher his name. See who we got next here. And we, no, I don't know. Eddie Lennox. Yeah, I do like a lot of Annie Lennox. I like the remix too. More solo stuff. Rocking on broken glass. Yeah. Oh, why? Why's a good song too? I put in the A tier. Yeah, someone else I don't recognize. Ask me another I don't know. Aqua. So yeah, the guy is Swedish. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, isn't it fantastic? That song's annoying. Yeah, it's not really my thing, but it's probably worse stuff. I'll put in the E tier. Robin. I think was he the guy who did the music for Slumdog Millionaires? And what was that song? Jaho, whatever, I forget. That song was decent. It's the guy who I think it is, but I don't know enough about him to rank him highly. I'll just put him in the C tier. Okay. What we got next? That's yeah, I don't recognize the name. So we'll probably have to put that in and I don't know. Okay, where did you go? Oh, there we go. So I don't know. Apologize for not being more knowledgeable. I said I'm old, and I think some of them might be Swedish, so they may have been bigger there, or may have been bigger in Sweden. Arctic monkeys, I do like a lot of Arctic monkeys. Probably go A tier for Arctic monkeys. We are Frequid. Yeah, one of those singles of all time. Respect. Chain of Fools, I absolutely love. Yeah, I actually have on my website that is shameless plug ongoing history of protestsongs.com a list of Aretha Franklin protest songs. I do really enjoy her, but there's artists I enjoy more. So probably be S, not quite S plus. I'll base this on personal taste, because obviously if I'm being totally objective, she'll be S plus because she is considered one of the all-time greats. Ariana Grande, now we might think. Uh, don't really like it, but there's worse stuff than her, and she's at least a talented singer. But in the D tier, yeah, yeah, I don't recognize the name, so that'll have to be another I don't know. Here we go. And we got C. Yeah, I don't know. Another I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I was have to say. I reckon I don't know enough to rank her. Oops. Okay. There you go. It's the only problem about today's live. Eight times on a tier list before you can edit some of this stuff out. I would have maybe I will do an edited version depending on how this all goes. But yeah, we're just gonna take a swig of water and then we'll continue with the list. Back on here. Okay, Avicii. I don't mind Avicii. Is he Swedish? I think he might be Swedish, but obviously he was big internationally. He died young. I think it was 28. It's either 28 or 26. It wasn't 27. He wasn't in 27. I didn't mind that Wake Me Up song, even though it was a little bit ubiquitous. I'll probably put him in the B tier. Avril Lavigne, I don't want to say hater. Some songs are annoying. Skater Boy's kind of catchy but annoying, complicated, a bit ubiquitous but not a terrible song. Um, I'll put it in the C tier. I did find that song, like I don't like your girlfriend. Is that what it is? It's a terrible song, but it's kind of catchy. Um, Baby Gravy, not really familiar. So sorry, another I don't know. Here we got some Baby Keith. Just trying to decide. I got some stuff from him, but also familiar enough. I'll just put in the seat here. Um, Then we got some Baby Tron, who I'm definitely not familiar with. Okay, looks like we got some Bach, going with some classical. Yeah, classical's not really my thing, but I don't really want to totally put Bach like in the F tier. Because obviously it's considered one of the all-time greats, and I can appreciate it for what it is. So yeah, I'm putting the B tier. I think we gotta be respectful, but I'm not gonna lie and say Bach's my favorite thing to listen to. Backstreet Boys, but right, I want that way. And I guess the guy who wrote the song, what's his name, Max. Ah, the name shape escapes me, but he basically sweetest guys who wrote the music, which is why some of the lyrics when translated English don't make entirely like I want it that way, like what way. Like some of the lines don't really make sense, but I guess it makes sense when you're kind of the way it sounds when you sing, I guess, and harmonize. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan. But they're all Russ artists, so they're not quite half. Uh, Probably like them better than Fritos. Down enough for the D. Yeah, I'll put them in the D tier. Bad Bunny, reggaeton's not my thing, but I did enjoy his 2025 album, which I did feature on my website because it did have a lot of like protest music oriented material. And he does quite often speak out concerning different social issues, and he spoke out like issues in connection with Puerto Rico and Puerto Rican independence. Um, and I did enjoy his halftime performance. I'll probably put him in the A tier. I'm also a Western fan. I enjoyed his work in the WWE, but I'm not ranking that. Okay, we got Barely Manilow. Yeah, it's not my thing. It's kind of small to see. Don't want to slag on him too much because obviously he was successful, but it's not really my thing. I'm just gonna put the D tier. And we got some Bass Hunter. Was it Bass Hunter? Are they hunting for fish? I'm assuming it's bass. But yeah, I'm gonna put don't know. Oh, and we got some Bastille. I'm only vaguely familiar. What I heard, I'm not really into, but I don't really want to slag them for being more familiar, so let's put them in the C tier. Okay, and we got some. We got here. Oh yeah, Baby No Money. Who I'm not super familiar, but I seen him perform. I was watching the Juno Awards and I seen him perform. And he's a Canadian artist. I guess he has some international success, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think I'm the age group for it. The performance wasn't really my thing. I didn't particularly like it. Um, so did I put him in the D? I put him in the D because it's not my thing. I think I heard enough to know that he's not an artist I'm gonna enjoy. Okay, Beastie Boys, absolutely love the Beastie Boys. Yeah, I recently finished a deep dive, and I'm gonna be sometime probably in the next couple of weeks, gonna be recording a video with Joe Opinionated. But yeah, love the Beastie Boys. Paul Boutique's an all-time favorite album for me. Hey ladies, get funky. Love No Sleep to Brooklyn. No sleep to da Brooklyn. And Sabotage, one of the best music videos of all time. Easy S plus. And also on my website, I do have an article spotlighted some of the protest songs of the Beastie Boys. They don't always get credit for their social consciousness. Okay, we got some BB Rexall. Yeah, not a fan. Not my thing. Yeah, probably an E or a D. Put D because I don't know if I'm fair enough to go re-slag on it, but it's not my thing. Becky G. Based on what I heard, I'm not a fan. Put it a D. Don't know if I recognize the name Becky Hill. Kind of sounds familiar, but I can't tell you what she did. So we'll be safe and putting don't know, even though I have feelings, something I don't like. Okay, BG's not a fan. They do have some of the 60s era. I actually don't mind. Like I like I started a joke and New York mining disaster. It was 1941. I hate the disco stuff. You know, Stay Alive, I'll begrudgingly admit is catchy. Uh, so they have stuff that I don't necessarily hate. They also have stuff that I absolutely hate. But I'll put it in the D tier. We got some Who's This? Bella Porch. Yeah, so that's gonna have to go into the I don't know. That might have been a mistake to a tier list this big. Already gassing out. Might have to do some multiple parts. But we'll keep going for now. So we got Benny Blanco. Who only vaguely familiar. I think is Benny Blanco the one who's with Ariana Grande? I could be wrong. I'm not very good at keeping up with gossip. It's not really my thing. I'll put him in the D tier as well. Benson Boone, I absolutely hate. Garbage. Put him in an F minus. Beyonce, I like a lot of Beyonce stuff. Lemonade's a classic album. Formation I featured in my not Formation, but I do like Formation. Freedom off Lemonade I featured is one of the best protest songs of all time on my website. I like Cowboy Carter. Uh, so I like a lot of her stuff. Um, the song Countdown's a banger, but I'm not necessarily part of the Beehive. I'll put in the A tier. Let's see, Big Boy. We like Big Boy. I mostly know him from his work with Outkast. I wonder if they have Outkast on here, if they just include them both separately. Without knowing, because to do them both separately, that would have criteria, but I know mostly from Outkast, so I don't think I can go super high with solo work and other stuff. Uh, so I think I gotta put him at the B tier. But Outkast would definitely be S tier, maybe even S plus. But I love them both together. Big Shot. Yeah, some stuff I don't hate, but not necessarily hardcore. I'm gonna go C tier. Then we got Big Vax. Yeah, don't recognize. So I have to do the. Come on, stop that. Like I said, that's one of the things about doing this live. I might, like I said, if I might edit this later. Haven't decided yet, because potentially this is also going to be a massive long video. Which could be good for watch hours. Yeah, we got Bill Withers. Yeah, I'm a fan of Bill Withers. His first couple of albums are classic. Ain't no sunshine when you go. And I also love he has like a protest song they performed on his live album, Can't Write Left Handed. That's a very powerful song. Yeah, so I'll probably go S tier for Bill Widows. Billie Eilish. Oh, pop singers go. I like her. Uh, so I'll probably even go A tier for her. She has songs I like, and I do like her social awareness. And she even has like a couple of like protest tunes, and a couple of songs that are kind of about climate change. I'll go A tier for Billie Eilish, which is higher than what I go for most pop stars. Here we go. Like a lot of Billie Joe. Play me a song, Mr. Piano Man. Come on and play me a tune. Yeah. Where do we go with Billy Joe? Like a lot of his stuff, but some of his stuff is a little bit spotsy. But I'll go A tier for Billy Joe. We like him enough. Yeah. Okay, Billy Ray Cyrus, not a fan. That achy breaky songs annoying. Pretty horrendous. I'll put him in the F tier. Don't think I recognize this name. Oh, so it's be another I don't know. And we got Björk. Yeah, I love Björk. Really good stuff. I enjoy. I love Also Crying. I love the video for that. I love the song. Just the frantic energy of it. But I love like her quirkiness. But it's still accessible at the same time. Like the songs are bangers and you can dance to it. Don't know if it's quite S plus, but we'll put it in the S. I absolutely hate Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling you're gonna go to your minus tier. Love Black Sabbath. Rest in peace, Ozzy. War Pigs, one of the best protest songs ever written. And I do have an article, no shameless plug, a website, ongoing history of protestsongs.com, where I feature protest songs by Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. But yeah, Paranoid's an all-time favorite album. Blackpink, I only kind of recognize the name. I think they're K-pop. Not really a K-pop fan, but enough to rank them. So yeah, we'll go. Actually, it's not Blackpink, it's Blady, who I don't really recognize. Oh no, Black. Yeah, so I got the wrong artist, but they're also an artist I'm not really familiar with. So they're still, I don't know. So yeah, your fan on here. It's getting a bit warm in the sunroom. So let's see what we got next here. Okay. Once again, same issue. What am I doing? Keep grabbing the wrong artist. Oh, put Benson Boone back. Come on, Benson Boone. Okay, Blink 182. Might as well wait. Blink 182. I mean, I don't mind Blink 182. They have some songs I like. The What's My Age Again came out when I was like 23. So that whole line about no one likes you when you're 23 kind of resonated with me. All the small things is a bang, or like Adam's song. Um, Yeah, I'll probably go A tier for Blink-182. Oh, not B tier. Okay. Now I think we got Blackpink. Let's do this again. And we already said I don't know. Oh, come on. There we go. Bob Dylan. Absolutely love Bob Dylan. All time go. Highway 61 Revisited. It's one of my all-time favorite albums. But he has multiple classic albums and obviously multiple classic songs. And obviously, I mean, most of his protest songs were like a short period of time from like 63, I think like 65, 66. I actually have an article about his protest songs on my website. Go on historyofprotestsongs.com. But he kind of drifted from that. But a lot of his non-protest songs, obviously classic as well. Blood on the Tracks, classic album. Easy S Plus. Bob Marley also Easy S Plus. And I also have an article about Bob Marley protest songs on my website. Redemption Songs, one of my all-time favorite songs. Period. But yeah, also Easy S Plus. And then we got some Seeger. Oh, and I like Bob Seger. Also, one song I like. There's a protest song I like, which I even feature on my website. Uh, Two plus and I'm totally brain farting. Yeah, like I don't mind some of the songs. I'm not necessarily a big fan. Some of his more middle of the road songs, but yeah, songs I like. I'll put them in the B tier. Um, then we got some that B.O.B. I know it's that song that he done with Haley Williams. I can't really think of anything else. Probably just put him in the C. I'm not really familiar enough to judge him. But we got way too many I don't knows. Which looks like we got another one because I don't recognize his name. Oh, sorry, Pop, you do a live. You see, we kind of struggling with this. On Iver, I like Bon Iver. Before my album is a classic album. Skinny Love's classic track. I actually enjoyed the song he did with Taylor Swift, and I'm not really a Swiftie. Uh, and I did see Justin Vernon live with one of his other projects for Volcano Cryo, and that was a good show. I'll probably put Bon Iver in the S tier. Then we got some Bon Jovi, which is French for crappy rock band from New Jersey. I absolutely hate Bon Jovi. They do have one song I like, Wanted Dead or Alive. Wanted Dead or Alive. But yeah, everything else is crap. Shot to the heart, you're to blame. Bon Jovi gives music a bad name. F minus, Bon Jovi. Boney. I know a couple of songs like Rasmussen, and they did their cover of Rivers of Babylon, even though I prefer the reggae cover. But Rasmussen's kind of catchy. What's the other one? Is it Brown Girl in the Rain? I'm trying to remember. Stuff I heard, I don't mind. I'll probably put in the C tier. That's fine for what it is. You can dance to it. Um, then what do we got next? We got some boy in the band? Which boy in the band? Not even tell me which boy. How can I rank them if I don't know which boy? I'm joking. I just not be familiar, so I'm gonna have to do I don't know. I don't know. Boy in the band. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Boys to Men. I don't mind Boys to Men. They have some songs I like. Some of it's not really my thing musically. Uh, some of it gets a bit schmaltzy, like Fan of the Road and stuff like that. And I Make Love to You. But you can't argue with the fact that the good vocalist. Modern Fury's kind of a banger. Um, I'll probably put in the B tier. Bring Me to the Horizon. Uh, Nobody super got into them, but I didn't totally hate what I heard. Yeah, I can't find a video. Uh, Probably stick with C tier. Britney Spears. Not super hardcore Britney Spears fan. Toxic's the big one. I don't really want to rag on her too much. So I'll put her in the D tier. Not really a fan, but yeah, I kind of feel for it at the same time. Bruce Springsteen, love Bruce Springsteen. Once again, on my website, I have an article, Bruce Springsteen protest songs. Nebraska is one of my all-time favorite albums. So these definitely all-time favorite Springsteen albums. Five-star album. Don't know if I'm quite S plus, but definitely S. Yeah, so Bruce Springsteen S tier. Bruno Mars. He has some stuff I don't hate and stuff I do hate. Like Grenade is one of my the worst songs ever written. I don't know if is it enough to stuff in that song Let's Get Married is kind of garbage. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the D tier. The stuff I kind of like is not strong enough. Brian Adams, absolutely hate Brian Adams. Summer of '69 almost redeems him. Even kind of like a knife, I guess, is not absolutely terrible. I guess those songs are good enough. I'll put in the F tier. Bryson Tyrrell, I'm only vaguely familiar. I guess I'm fair enough that I'll put in the C tier. Because it's the type of thing I don't think I'd go ahead and see based on what I heard. Then we got some. Is that BTS? BTS. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not my thing. I guess for a boy band, they're good. I can see why people like that. I'm not going to select too much. I'll still piss off the BTS Army Bucks. I'm going to put them in the D tier. This is B something. It's like bees, which I don't know. Bees. So bees has to go in. I don't know. Okay. And we got some Cage the Elephant. I do like a couple of songs. The only one I can really think of is No West and like Wicked, which is a banger. I'll put them in the B tier. Calvin Harris, not really my thing. Uh, some bangers, but it's not really my thing. I'll put them in the D tier. Camila Cabello, it's not really my thing. D tier. We're gonna go with Camilo. I have a feeling it's not my thing, but I don't know, so I have to put don't know. Don't know Camilo, Camilo, I don't know. And we got some Capital Steel's Archive. Yeah, he's a hip hop group. Like, didn't we know them a couple of days ago? What was I listening to? But when I was done listening to the album, a couple of the songs started playing, and I was into it. So I'm gonna have to do a deeper dive, assuming they're the band I think they are. So yeah, I'm gonna put them in the B tier because I did like what I heard. But yeah, we got some Something Girls, Carmela Girls. Do not know Carmela Girls. So yeah, can it go? I don't know. I don't know Carmela Girls. Okay, we got some Cardi B. I don't know. I kind of like her personality. I find it kind of funny. Musically, I can't really get into it. I'm gonna put in the D tier. Then we got some Carly Rae Jepsen. Hey, this is crazy. Call me maybe, which is a banger. Haven't we got into any other stuff? Uh, I'll put in the C tier. Okay, we got some. What's his name? Central C. Don't we recognize? Another I don't know. I guess when you go for 800 artists, there's a good chance a number you aren't gonna know. I'm not gonna lie. So, and most of these, like I said, are new artists, so there's a bit of a blind spot. And they appeal to a fan base, which I'm not a part of, which is fine. Don't expect every artist to make music for me. Then we got some. Okay, Childish Gambino. I love This Is America. I love the music video for it. I also love his work as an actor and in Community. Um, Donald Glover. Um, I'll put him in the A tier. I don't know if I'm familiar enough to go much higher, but I do like a few of his songs. I love This Is America. There we go. We got some Chameleon here. I know there's that one song that I don't remember the name of it, but I know Weird Al parodied it right and dirty. And the song's okay. I'll give it a C. Um, Chance the Rapper. He has put out some terrible stuff, like that one album was absolutely garbage. But I loved like his first couple of mixtapes and like the coloring book and stuff. And I loved his one side project, Donnie Trumpet. Uh, so maybe I'll put him B because he's also had some stuff that's trash. Chapel Road. I can only immediately think of Pink Pony Club, which isn't my type of thing, but it is kind of catchy. I did hear a speech at one of the award shows, and I kind of liked her speech where she was speaking out in defense of a kind of like independent artist. She also inducted Cyndi Lauper in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that was brutal because she guess she didn't have her glasses and she struggled. I almost felt for her too. I'll probably put her in the C tier. We got some Charles Mingus. Now we're a jazz aficionado, but that's the type of jazz I like, avant-garde. And I love like the was it Black Saint Sinner Lady? And I do like a couple of his other albums and stuff. And a lot of the stuff's totally conscious. Put him in the S tier. Charlie XCX was not a Black Summer for me. I actually listened to Brad, I didn't mind it. I got like 3.5 stars. I never really got into it, but I'll probably put it in the B tier. Okay, B tier, you go. Charlie Proof, absolutely hate. F minus. Got some Cher. Cher at least has some songs I like. Show some songs that aren't just my thing. But yeah, I'll put it in the beats here. Um, Chicago. Some of the early stuff I don't hate. Later stuff when they got total soft rock is absolute garbage. Maybe I'll put these here. Okay, we got that Suicide Boys. Vaguely recognize the name. So yeah, gonna have to go with don't know. Don't know the Suicide Boys. Okay, what we got next? Got some. What's that? Ant One. Don't know the Ant One. Don't know the Ant One. Don't know the Ant One. Okay. So I don't know the Ant One. See what we got next here. Then Sevenfold span I never really got into. Don't hate them, but probably put them in a C. This is definitely eclectic. I wonder if this guy actually likes every single artist he's putting in here. Might be interesting to see his tier list. Or if he's intentionally put some stuff that's bad just because he wants to see how other people rank them. But he would probably have to put stuff that's bad because the whole idea of doing a tier list, if he's doing it himself, you probably want some artists that you can really like. Barbra Streisand, not a fan. Have some respect for, well, actually, yeah, I guess we had a bit of respect for her. But her music's garbage. That is worse, so I'll put it in F tier. Weird Al Yankovic. I love Weird Al. I don't know if I quite go S plus, but he's the best at what he does. So if it's just like a musical paradise, obviously he's S plus. Waking up for artists, I'll probably put him in S tier, but definitely a fan. Beethoven. So this is similar to Bach. Where did I put Bach? Did I put Bach in the B? I think I put Bach in the B. I get five Bach. I put Bach in the C. Nice Beethoven, I think slightly bigger profile there. Yeah, kind of. What is Bach? Yeah, okay. Beethoven and Bach about the same. Idol. It's kind of watered down punk for me. Yeah, some songs I don't hate. Uh, Dance with Myself's kind of a banger, but I guess that's more Generation X. I guess we could include it. Rebel Yell's, I guess, kind of a banger. Rebel Yell. Morning Morning, I don't particularly like. I just, well, listen to the original with Tommy James. Bob Burnham, I only mainly know as a comic. I'm not really familiar with his music. So I don't know if I can rank him as an artist. Um, I probably have heard some of his stuff, I just can't recall. So I just put Dodo. Brenda Lee. I mean, I respect Brenda Lee. I just haven't really got into her musically. But I'll put her in the B there because she is a good singer and stuff and very influential. Um, and what we got here, we got some C418. So yeah, not really familiar. I'm gonna log off soon, but I think there's one band I'm waiting to get to because I'm close. So yeah, this will be I don't know. And I think I've just got to do some multiple parts because I'm already kind of gassing out here. Then once we do the multiple parts, maybe we'll make a one big video. That could give me something to do next week unless I come back before then. Carpenters. Carpenters have a lot of stuff I like. Kind of first got into Carpenters because it was in '93. I forget what year, but there was a tribute album called "If I Was a Carpenter," maybe '94. But it was alternative artists covering Carpenter songs, so that kind of got me a little bit more into them. Some of the stuff's a bit smarty, but the songs I legitimately like. I do like "Rainy Days" and "Monday." Current occupants of Interplanetary Craft is kind of a trip. Current occupants of Interplanetary Craft. Put in the A tier, why not? Chief Keef. Now there was a C Gambino, so is that different than Childish Gambino? Oops. So yeah, I don't know who C Gambino is, but I'm not gonna fix it now. Chief Keef, put him in C tier. Because I think I had to C Gambino B tier. So Childish Gambino, same thing. Once again, this is America. Love that song. One of the most important music videos of all time. They put him in B or A tier. Probably a mix of both. Oh, yeah, I put him A tier. Okay, then maybe I will move C and Bino. Into I don't know. Chris Brown, yeah, hate him. He's a piece of garbage. F plus, F minus. The lowest F's and the F's. Flub him, but not flub. Chris Stapleton, I like a lot of Chris Stapleton stuff. The album to Travel was a good album. And I like kind of the soulfulness that he has in his vocals. I don't know if I quite go S tier, but upper end of A. And we got some Christ Dillinger. Yeah, don't know the Christ Dillinger. Yes, I I don't know. Okay, what we got next? Oops. See, this is alphabetical. Why are the Beatles not showing up? Unless it's under DA for T. Because I guess there's no dub ends yet. Okay, that's everything I can think of. Okay. Got Christina Aguilera. Which not necessarily a huge fan. It's just some songs I don't mind. I do like that song "Say Something," great big something. Great big word. I think that was the name. Kind of one hit wonder. But I like the version with Christian Aguilera. There's some vulnerability in the vocals, which she doesn't always have. I don't always like people showing off for the sake of showing off. Um, I go crazy to see. Not really a fan. I just one song I don't buy, but she's comparable to Britney Spears. I'll put her in the D tier. Chubby Checkers, the Tris, I guess it's kind of catchy, but it's novelty. And he has 101 different versions of the Tris. Dude. I guess he has that Limbo song. It's kind of goofy. Fine for what it is, but I'll put it in the D. This is CO and Foul high you can go there, I think. Celine Dion, I hate. I hate the Titanic song. F minus. Chuck Berry, obviously one of the founding fathers of rock and roll. Icon. I do like a lot of his songs too. Some of it's more respect than enjoy, but yeah, Johnny B. Good's a bagel. I do love the song from Pulp Fiction, Never Can Tell. So yeah, I'll put him yes here. And we got cigarettes after sex. No, I don't smoke. I'm only vaguely familiar. I'm gonna put C here. Claudio, only vaguely familiar, but I'll put C here. And we got Clean Bandit. I only kind of recognize the name. I think from what I recall, it's not the type of thing I'm into, but I'm not sure to re-rank it. So it's another I don't know. Okay. Coldplay. Coldplay's a tricky one for me because I love their first few albums. Parachute's really good album. Russia Cold Blood to your head. Excellent, exceptional album. Even a couple albums after that I don't mind. But then they totally fall off the cliff and become garbage. So the first half of their career, for just the first four albums or so, A plus, maybe even like an S minus, but then an F minus after that. I'll put them in the C tier. Kuyo, couple songs, he has a couple bangers. Obviously, Gangsta Paradise. There was Fantastic Voyage. Is that the song? Don't quite remember. Don't know too much else by so I don't know if I quite go B. I'll go B, why not? Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah, we love Creedence Clearwater Revival. Actually, the band is gonna wait until we get to might not come up. Because I think they're doing yeah, that's kind of dumb. Oh well. 'Cause I think I'm gonna have to take a break before I get to the Clash. Since I'm wearing the Clash shirt and everything. I guess I could wear the shirt again when we do part two. Make sure I wash it before then. We got Chris MJ. Don't know him. I did think I seen the Clash when I scrolled down, so I think they all wanted to do this. And maybe I'm misreading things. Cindy Lauper. Kind of a bit mixed on Cindy Lauper. It's just stuff I like. True Cutters, I have a tough time listening to if I'm quiet. I'm a wuss. Some of the other songs just aren't my thing. Like obviously I can't really relate to girls, just want to have fun. And I got played a lot by my sisters growing up. We had like the cassette in the house. I do like a quirkiness and stuff. And I also remember because I was a fan of like WWE back when it was WWF with the Rock and Wrestling. I'm not ranking that. We'll put it on the beats here. I mean, we'll stop there today. I think that's a good place to stop. So that'll be, this is called part one because I think it's a bit too ambitious with a list this big. So we'll stop the share. How do we stop the share? Actually, probably, oh, did we stop the share? Oh, okay, I think we stopped the share. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, it looks like we got some comments now. Yo, hey, Joe Pininated. Sorry, I was not able to read the comments while I had tier list open. But yeah, I agree. Mingus rules. I don't mind share. Chicago, later period Chicago stinks. Yeah, I agree with you. If Yankovic. Yeah, Beethoven. It's tough to rank. And I agree with you, Billy Idol. So thanks for joining me. So I'm going to end the stream now. I think I'm going to go back to that tier list later because I'm just kind of gassing out. And we might have to do one that big in multiple parts, but I think it hopefully will save the tier list for me. And we can just go back and continue. So thank you, Joe Opinionated, for joining me. And thanks for watching for anyone that's going to watch this later on. And if you want me to keep doing these live streams or making videos like this, please like and subscribe. Check out my website, ongoing history of protestsongs.com. And I recently started a Ko-fi or a coffee. So that's ko-fi/ my epic soundtrack for like a $5 membership. You'll get exclusive content and you also have a say in some of the albums I review because I'm going to start once a week reviewing an album that doesn't appear in the book, 1001 albums you must hear before you die. So if you want to have a say in some of that content, and it's going to be exclusive content like once a week, one of my album reviews for the 1001 album generator is going to be exclusively on Ko-fi or Coffee. So thanks for watching and please stay safe